NFTs disrupting the art world. Last week's Beeple auction setting records, selling for $69 million. It may be just the beginning. Joining us now to talk about the digital art revolution and share some of news of his own is the CEO of Sotheby's, Charles Stewart. We just said the beginning. In fact, Charles, I guess you'd make the argument that this is not completely new in the art world. For a while now has been transformed by digital innovation. The art itself is now going digital, but this is a few years. I guess now we're all getting up to speed on it, but it's not completely new. It's just headlines now.
That's exactly right. The NFTs as an art form, and certainly digital art, have been around for years and years, decades even. And NFTs themselves and some of the platforms that trade them have also been around for a few years. Obviously, they've come in a major way into our collective consciousness over the last couple of months. Partly that's linked to the rise of crypto values, but I think it really goes beyond that as well.
Charles, you make the point that, and there's a lot of, obviously, it's not totally generational, but there are a lot of young people that aren't interested in physical ownership, but something you call borderless ownership. And I figured it out, actually, thinking about Andrew's Michael Jordan baseball card. Do you need a card with frayed edges up in the attic sitting in a box? Or would it be better to have that digital ownership? There's no reason why that card, if it's a limited edition, needs to be just sitting somewhere. So I guess once you get past that, you understand that it's not just all about just holding something in your hand.
You know, to me, that's one of the major things that's really come out of the last 12 to 18 months is this acceleration in everything digital. It's kind of an obvious statement, but exactly as you say, in the art world, there's been a pivot towards digital in almost everything, perhaps except the art. And now we're getting there with the art as well. And on an unrelated note, I'd like to talk to you after the show about that card of yours.
About Andrew. Yeah. I saw an Oscar Robertson one that I would like to own, where he's about 8 feet off the ground with his legs, and he's got he's a rebound, and I would pay to own that NFT. I'm from Cincinnati, but it's amazing. So you've got some interesting developments with a digital artist who's anonymous. We're not even sure whether it's one person or not, or it could be a group of digital engineers. But what does that have to do with Sotheby's? Can you go into the news that? Go ahead,
absolutely.
John.
I mean, we're really excited. We've been following the NFT space for some time, and we're excited this morning to be announcing an upcoming sale next month with an artist who is known as Pack. And this is an artist who's been producing digital art for decades, actually, and we're very excited to bring their work to market. As you say, the artist prefers to remain anonymous, in part because the artist wants it to be about the art, which is not necessarily a new thing in the art world, but it's one of the many new things about crypto art in particular that I think is different and potentially a bit disruptive, certainly when you compare it to the traditional art world.
And tell us, is this the beginning of you doing this a lot? How many digital artists are you going to take into your stable with you?
It's still very early, needless to say, with crypto art in general, and this is new for all of us. But there's a lot here that's really exciting, and we think has staying power. So we wanted our first sale, as a market leader, to be with one of the most established artists, which is why we've chosen to collaborate with Pack here. And we're going to be selling both one-of-one works of art, but also what are called open editions in the NFT world, where many people can buy tokens for the same work. And there'll be some other surprises along the way over the next few weeks that I won't go into detail on here. But I do think this is the start of something that you'll see more frequently. And, one of the interesting things about NFTs is, beyond the fact that you've got a new audience and a new aesthetic, which is always a great thing in the art world, this really has the potential to bypass a lot of the traditional gatekeepers and vetting processes of the physical art world. That's something that's really exciting. And as it develops, we're very curious to see, where that takes all of us.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.